recognize this place, right? I call it the Columbia Hill. That's not very proper, but you get the idea. It's, I don't know, 5% hill climb per few miles. You're gonna have to blame me on this one. This is a 40-foot tandem dual trailer. I'll put a picture in the thumbnail. So what I do on this hill climb is I always check how the vehicles tow and temperatures, how well they can keep themselves cool. So typically I start out this hill at 55. I'm not the one to accelerate with my equipment while I'm going up the hill, but I'd like to see if I can maintain 65 up this hill. Average work truck of mine does about 55. And yeah, but those work trucks, they do 55 with a 36-foot trailer single, so a little bit of drag, or less drag on those, and a little bit of less weight because this 40-footer is a tandem dually. So tires, I mean, it all adds up, but then the steel itself is, the I-beams are bigger, so it adds up pretty quick. So right now I'm giving it about half throttle. Seems like it's holding the 61-ish. So it's not quite 55, but nor is it 65 like I'd like to hold. My temperature's going up, but I just want to see what it's going to do. As I said, I typically don't try to excel up a hill. You know, I just maintain speed here. But with half throttle, the truck's trying to excel. And I don't know how successful it is, but I can definitely feel hear and feel the fan kick in. I mean, it's holding temperature pretty good. 206, 208 for a little bit. Now it's bringing it down to 204, 203. I mean, this is a gnarly hill climb. Locals know. Sign 90 off of here. Right after Columbia. I don't know if I told you, this is a high cube 40-foot container, so the test was always the same, just different vehicles up this hill. Yeah, it seems like it just maintained 61. If I were to bury my foot, it might have excelled, but that's definitely an area I'm not willing to go into. Yeah, see how it's accelerating. I'm just going to have to back off, set the cruise at 64. I won't be alright. Now, as far as those other trucks, I think most of them did 55. Even my cabin chassis, those are detuned from the factory, but the fact that the rear end is 410, the rear end is the multiplier, so it definitely helps the cabin chassis, which that one really surprised me. Just driving around feels a lot less. Oh, excuse me. It feels a lot. It's missing a lot of power compared to the average pickup. But, when it really counts, climbing and pulling heavy, that's when your rear end really shines. This one has a 342 rear end. This is a single rear wheel. This is my OG truck. This is the first truck I bought brand new for myself. It's a 2014. Oh yeah, look at that mileage. 511,000 miles. To my regular, this is my daily. I'm just waiting to see what Ram's going to release with their new truck and go from there. Hey, look at that. I think that's another hot shotter. I hope he's doing alright. That's definitely a goose egg. Oh, that's a fancy one. A lifted Chitty with oversized tires and cool looking. That's cool. That's one way to ride in style. Anyways, fellas, yeah, these temps are not really going too far, which is pretty nice. The truck's definitely pushing some power and miles and no issues. This truck actually really surprised me. Last oil change was done at 11,000 miles and it was full. At 11,000 miles, this truck was full. At the full mark, no oil was added. Well, half of those miles they weren't towing. They were just kind of putting out fires, running the interstate, fixing trucks. It was more of a service truck for some time than anything else. But since I sold my Ford, I picked my old OG Limited as my hauler, my diesel hauler. My daily is a TRX, but when I need to haul something, that TRX is useless. So I'm definitely enjoying my good old truck. This truck has served me well. I never had issues. Guys, if you're watching my channel on the regular, when it's good, it's good, and I'll tell you that. But when it's bad, it's bad. If you're new to the channel, I got my bacon handed to me with the 22s. Man, it was bad. I'm down to 2 out of 8 model year 22 trucks I've owned beginning of this year. I'm down to 2, and I think I'm gonna have to marry these 2 because they're creeping up to 200,000, and yeah, I just can't get much out of them. Next week we're gonna do an experiment. Depending how busy I am, I might do a video, kind of show you guys us, quote unquote, tearing that engine apart, because it's already misfiring and doing all kinds of weird stuff. So, on a side note, well, that's a good idea. Just park on the side of the road and chit chat. On a side note, guys, I think my manifold gaskets are finally going out on this thing. 500,000. It's starting under heavy boost at lower speeds when there's less road noise. You could definitely hear an exhaust leak. Hey, we got some classic Mustangs. Look at that. Anyways, fellas, I'm gonna wrap up this video. You guys saw it. We're going downhill now. We're recovering. If you tow on the regular, you know how important those numbers are to maintain speed and maintain temperature. And this truck definitely doing that. All I'm gonna say, boys, let them breathe. This one does have an SMB, but SMB intake is a good kit, but that ain't everything. Anyways, as always, may the Lord bless you. May you almighty find day. Ciao. Until next time.